You've heard of the Golden State Warriors NBA basketball team?
No.
Okay.
That is dry.
Yes. Georgia. Georgia. This looks exceptional.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very fascinating video. What is up? Welcome back. It's Aaron.
And Petra.
We're a US and European couple discovering the US.
Today we're watching a video called Top 10 US Cities That Are Becoming More City-Like.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Europe is full of these amazing, picturesque, old, walkable, bikeable downtowns. Is that what it's getting at? I actually don't know. And that's what we're excited to discover in this video. We post videos every single week.
So make sure you like and
subscribe. And now, let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go.
We are ready.
If you consume a lot of urbanism content on the various apps, you can easily be convinced that American cities are a lost cause and things are only getting worse. I don't agree with this. I think in the large scheme of things, our cities have been objectively improving for a couple decades now, but I think it's fair to say that the improvements haven't been evenly distributed. And that brings me to today's topic, which is inspired by urbanism content that was served up to me by an algorithm. Housing policy wonk and author M. Nolan Gray asks, which city has improved the most over the past 15 years? Which is obvious engagement bait, but also interesting. Like, you can't respond to the prompt without defining what constitutes an improvement. So the whole thing goes to a very core question, which is, what makes a city good? And that's subjective. For some people, having low population density and owning lots of cars.
Look at all the pools in the background. Or in the backyard.
That looks so nice. But it's funny because like someone's pool is right next to the other person's pool. Like, look, these are right next to each other. You're like, hey there, jumping.
But you don't have this as much in Europe.
No. Europe does not look like that.
Cars,
at least
because
depends which part of Europe, of course.
Of course.
But, you have to drive everywhere all the time is not only preferable, it's freedom itself. But I'm guessing the people who think that way don't watch this channel because my criteria are very much the opposite. And I've got 5 criteria that I'm measuring from a baseline of 2010. One, population density, because higher density is greener and more efficient. Don't even try to argue with me on this. 2, changes in the proportion of low car households, so people having access to 0 or 1 car. I think this number reflects positive changes in the provision of sustainable transportation options in a city, and it's probably correlated with density as well. The other 3 things are related to affordability, so this is where it gets tricky, since a lot of the cities that are developing stronger urban qualities are also getting more expensive. So for housing affordability, I looked at the change in the Zillow Home Value Index since 2010, but to be fair, I want to look at prevailing incomes too, since the price of housing often goes up in places where people are making more money. So my 4th criteria is percentage increase in median household income. And I think median is super intuitive, but it isn't everything. So I want to look at the change in the Gini Index since 2010. The Gini Index is a measure of income inequality, and I have a whole video on it if you want a deeper dive. Okay.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane.
Okay, so this is the criteria for this.
This is literally which US cities are changing, not like his thoughts. He's trying to use a stat-based approach. So this is actually so interesting. Like, can you think of any, when you think of US cities, which cities do you think of?
About what?
In the US, which cities do you think of?
New York.
Okay.
Dallas. Atlanta.
Okay.
I don't know.
Boston. LA. Yeah, okay.
Those are like the basic cities that we usually hear about.
Yeah. But it sounds like maybe he's looking specifically at which ones are improving more. So maybe we're going to get a different list. This is actually really interesting. So
we're going to see.
We will see.
Okay, so I normalized all 5 of these measures on a 1 to 100 scale and combined the scores, equally weighted, nothing fancy. I ranked them top 10 style. You're going to be surprised at some of the inclusions. And as we go through this, we'll investigate each city and try to pinpoint what went right in the last 15 years. Okay, that's enough table setting, so let's get into it. Number 10, this is a shocker to me, but it's Miami, Florida.
Miami.
Not shocking in terms of growing density and improvements to the urban realm in the last 15 years, but I was sure the affordability stuff I included in the criteria would keep a city like Miami off the list. But Miami was
Whoa.
number one overall in median income growth, up over 140%, while the typical city was more like 90%. Non
All right, this is so interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, first off, as a European, what do you see Miami? Like, when you think of Miami, what do you think of?
When I think about Miami, I think about beaches. Just beaches and those apartments that you see that they have like a glass balcony, and then you just have the beach and the sea.
Just a
That's
view.
what I see, because that's usually what I see online.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And palm trees.
Of
I love
course.
these.
I
But I
think,
have those, so
yeah, that's not in this area.
yeah.
I guess for me, Miami, I've always, heard of like Broward County and these kind of places. Maybe they're a bit high in crime, higher than they should be. So for me, maybe I always associate with that. I've been to Miami twice, but I went to the Hard Rock Stadium for the football game, which was amazing. And I had zero problems in Miami. I loved it, but I never went to the beach side or any of that downtown life. So I don't know much about it. I do know it's becoming really trendy for people to move there. So yeah,
I
interesting.
want to go there. Like, I really want to go there. Every time I see Miami, it just looks so nice. It really looks like something special.
It's like a paradise.
Yes, it does look like that.
It's really expensive.
inflation adjusted numbers. Of course, prevailing housing prices in Miami have tripled in that time as well, so that's
Whoa.
not good. But incredibly, just tripling in 15 years still makes Miami far from the worst. 9, not a surprising inclusion, Austin, Texas.
Oh,
Population
yeah.
Oh,
density up
really?
13%, even though the city has annexed lower density areas in the past 15
Wow.
years. And the key here is Austin has been building housing, including addressing barriers like off-street parking mandates. And you might say, well, Austin still isn't nearly urban enough. The transit's not that good. It's still too car-centric. But this video is all about the delta, and between 2010 and today, the percentage of people living low car has grown from 35% to 42%. Still haven't gotten
Wow.
down there since I started the
Look at
channel,
development.
and that's definitely an omission. 8, Madison.
And hold on, let's go back real quick. Austin, Texas is a huge university town. There's a really famous college there called University of Texas. But Austin also is becoming this place for a lot of young entrepreneurs. It's this like, I think a lot of people moving there is like this idea hub. It's a place where people go and kind of invent themselves in business and different things. It's also known for having a lot of parks. There's a nice river that people go and hang out at. Yeah, it's actually nice to hear that Austin is booming. That's a place we'll go, definitely.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
Ooh.
go. Do you know anything? What do you think of when you think of? I mean, when you hear Texas,
I
you
don't know
probably-
much about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I
fair.
think about dry,
Okay. Yeah.
but it's probably not true.
No, it is. It's really hot
Is
there.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, it's hot in there. Yeah, that's what I meant.
but it's
really
not
hot
like
there.
it's not really cowboy land. You know?
Yeah, but
So-
people think about it here probably when they hear about it.
Yeah. Of course. Anything Texas is a cowboy hat and
Yeah,
tumbleweeds.
and a
I
bunch
haven't
of
gotten
horses.
down there since
Literally.
I started the channel, and that's definitely an omission.
This is insane.
Madison,
development.
Wisconsin.
Madison.
I did look
Whoa,
at cities
Wisconsin.
over 250,000, suburbs
I don't know this
included,
one.
so stay tuned to see if any big suburbs show up.
Yeah, I've never been
Madison
here.
is solid on a number of fronts, but it's really the increase in low car living, people with access to 0 or 1 car going from
Wow.
38% in 2010
Whoa.
to 46% 15 years later. You could say maybe that's because the University of Wisconsin-Madison's enrollment went from 42,000 to 52,000 in that time
Whoa.
frame. But that basically tracks with the city's population growth, which
beautiful.
has been about 20% over the last 15 years.
Wait, real
That
quick.
looks nice.
This looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Wisconsin, and Petra
Me
definitely hasn't.
neither.
This looks like a place we should add to our list. Really,
Mhm.
it looks stunning to me. If you're from Wisconsin, or if you've been to Madison, let us know. What should we do? Yeah, should we visit or absolutely not?
What is there to see?
Yeah, Yeah, it looks like there's a lake there, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
Parks, lakes.
It looks quite nice, honestly. And when should we not go? Because I'm pretty sure this is a very cold climate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think the winters are rough there.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but
Let us know, please.
let us know.
So we don't go
So
there at the right
Madison
time.
is
Yeah.
The wrong
really
time.
The
just
wrong time.
becoming a denser, more urban place. 7, Boston, also a bit
Oh, of course.
unexpected.
Okay.
From the outside, it seems like a city that's a bit frozen in amber, but that's why you got to get out to these places. The city added population, growing by about 10%, but the city limits
Whoa.
didn't change, so the denominator in the density calculation exactly the same. The other thing that gets Boston on this list is it is a city with a lot of
Whoa.
income inequality, but it's actually
Yeah.
improved over the last 15 years, down from 0.54 to
Whoa.
0.52, while most of the cities in this country have been going in the wrong
Oh.
direction.
But compared to the last one, like this one looks like there's about 0 trees. I know that's also winter looks like.
Yeah. Different time of year. But
Yeah, but it looks just a bunch of buildings.
skyscrapers.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah, true. She's used to very green stuff.
Very green.
Boston's an interesting city because obviously it's growing according to what he said, but on top of that, you have this area in Boston known as like, I think it's called like Southie or South Boston. It's known for being like slums and really poor housing. Maybe they're, I don't know, making changes there and fixing that. I'd be curious. I don't know much about like the regions of Boston, but yeah,
Wow.
I really like the city. I visited Harvard and it was really in Cambridge, which I guess is not technically Boston, but it's close enough. So I really like Boston personally.
Looks like a really big city to me.
Yes.
A huge.
He didn't say the population, or did you hear
I
it?
don't think so.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't hear anything.
if you know the population, let us know. Because it looks huge.
On Gini Index. 6, DC. Okay, there
DC,
are reasons
okay.
to not be surprised DC is here. The city has done more to expand bike infrastructure and bike share than just about anywhere in the US since 2010. Transit has bounced back stronger here post-pandemic than just about anywhere else in the US. But the thing that really puts DC at number 6 is the 15-year change in prevailing home price.
Wow.
Housing is only up 58%, basically
Wow.
tracking with overall inflation, which might not seem that exciting to you, but puts DC in the top 10% of cities I looked at. Actually, if you peel this apart, the Zillow Home Value Index in the middle of 2022 was about $657,000, and that number is now down to well under
Wow.
600K, and well, I guess all those Project 2025 layoffs will do that to a city. The DC housing market will probably get insane again once we get rid of this clown show, so it might be a good time to buy the dip. Number 5, Oakland, California. It might
What?
surprise you.
This is shocking. Do you know anything about Oakland?
No.
Oakland is, I think, known, at least from my perspective, as a city that really has a lot of crime and kind of
Really?
had a rough history. I mean, they had, you've heard of the Golden State Warriors NBA basketball team?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, not a sport one right here.
Anyway.
Well, she doesn't like basketball that much.
Yeah.
She just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Wrong
path, brother.
Wrong path. Anyways, they had a stadium here. I think they moved. I don't know where, and they also had a baseball team that's gone. Yeah, I think a lot of.
Why'd you say crime here? Like you heard there's a lot of crime there?
I think it has a lot of crime. At least from what I know, Oakland has really declined in a lot of recent years. So maybe this bump is like I don't know. It seems like a positive surge. So I guess
that true, guys?
Yeah, please let us know because I'm kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Too much information.
Too much happening.
You to see a California city on this list since you're constantly hearing how everything is too difficult and too expensive and everyone is moving to Texas. But at least with Oakland, I don't know what you can say, but the indicators are just moving in the right direction. Low car households up. Population density up over 10%.
Whoa.
Median income is more
That's the
than
same
doubled,
street.
while the Gini Index has actually come down.
That's amazing.
Housing is expensive, but not nearly as much as a lot of the other Bay Area cities. And
Look
the
at that.
prices have been on a flatter trajectory, so I'm still bullish on Oakland. Number 4, Portland, Oregon, another city that's above average on everything I measured. Prevailing home prices have only doubled in the last 15 years. Kind of a bad return on investment if your primary reason for owning a home is as an investment asset, but good for everyone else. Low car living up 13%. I feel like it's actually kind of a good time to be a Portlander. Whatever hipster cachet it ever had is gone. A lot of the idiots left, and now it's mostly just people who actually care about the place and want to be here. A bit under the radar at this point. Okay, top 3 coming up, and of course, honorable and dishonorable mentions. If I didn't mention your city in this video or some other city that you believe belongs in this conversation, drop a note down in the comments below so people can read about it. Okay.
True. Drop it down. I'm from a city called Macon, Georgia. I also lived in Dallas, Texas for a while. So yeah, I got Texas and Georgia and Alabama in my heart. And
I'm from Europe.
And she's from Europe. You've visited Georgia.
Yeah, once.
And Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're going back though. We're going back. So we need you guys to let us know what we can do there.
Please let us know.
What else should I see there? Because
there's a lot.
have a lot more, I think, to explore.
There's a lot to see.
Food, especially, can't skip that one.
She's
but
a
also
foodie.
just what to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
What to see.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let's keep going.
For honorable mentions, I'm going to give you the city that scored best in each category, but didn't make the overall top 10 list. For highest percentage increase in low car living, it's San Jose. Of course, when you're starting from
California.
a baseline of 17% in 2010, you've got a lot of room for improvement, but increasing to 23%, pretty good. Density, Henderson, Nevada, 25% increase from 2010.
That's right outside of Las
Basically
Vegas.
just infill population growth with
Dry.
no annexation.
Yeah.
Is it an urbanist paradise? Not really, but
Are these
sometimes
houses
you
where
just have
people
to
live?
embrace.
Yeah, it looks like
they're all like together.
yeah, they look like
yeah.
double homes, kind of.
Well, it's like affordable. Fourth homes. How's it called? Look, it's four.
Quadruplet.
Here it's quadruplets.
Or no, townhomes.
Townhomes.
That's what they're called.
That is dry.
Yes.
Desert.
Makes my lips dry.
Prevailing home prices. The winner is Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Okay, see, that looks
31%
nice.
Increase over the last
Whoa.
15 years, but stay tuned. Median income. I already told you Miami was number one. The highest ranked city that didn't make this list is Tampa. Median household income's up
You like that city?
106% over the 15 years. And Gini Index, the city that moved the furthest in a positive direction, Phoenix, Arizona, nearly a 10% improvement. I knew there was something I liked about Phoenix. Okay,
Phoenix
for
is also dry,
dishonorables,
right?
I'm going to give you the worst in each
Arizona.
category, and this one's going to kind of hurt. Median income up only 42% over the time horizon in Memphis, Tennessee. I don't even have clever things to say about this. It just makes me want to pay a visit to the volunteer state.
Wait, hold on, go back. I gotta show something. You see this big pyramid right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's Bass Pro Shops. You remember when we went to Bass Pro?
Yeah. Why is it a pyramid?
This is the famous one in Memphis, Tennessee. It literally looks like a pyramid, yeah. You can see it as it goes up.
It kind of looks like an old city here.
It just makes me want to pay a visit.
It's also, sadly, another place with a lot of crime. This is actually where Elvis is from. Elvis Presley, yeah. We learned about Elvis recently.
Wow.
If you didn't see that video, check it out after this one. But he's from Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee.
To the volunteer state. Gini Index up 10% in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, worst on this list, and also the worst on population density, down 12%. It's like all the middle class people.
So that means that's exactly why the housing prices haven't risen that much in 15 years. People are leaving the city and income inequality is lower. So people have less money and there's less people. So that's pretty sad. Baton Rouge is going down, I guess.
Up 10% in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, worst on this list, and also the worst on population density, down 12%. It's like all the middle class people left, but someone who actually knows should get down in the comments and enlighten all of us. And also a double threat, San Bernardino, California. Percentage of people living low car went from 24% to 18%. And prevailing home prices nearly quadrupled, going from 123K to 484K. Worst on the list by both criteria. One of my core principles is that if you're paying more for housing, then you should get to pay less for transportation. But I guess that's why I don't live in San Bernardino. I'm not even in the mood to roast the Inland Empire. The whole region is just kind of an externality of crop.
Like that doesn't even look like anyone lives there. From like that far up compared to other cities, it doesn't look like it's people are able to live there. It just looks like there's nothing there.
Looks like all factories or something.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't look like, families live there. I can't even imagine that. I mean, maybe that's just the wrong picture too, but it kind of looks like in the right corner you can see the houses and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Right over here.
Yeah, compared to other cities, it's just hard to explain. I mean, everyone can see that it looks different, right?
Looks like an industrial city, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine being there.
I've never been to San Bernardino, but I mean, it's a big city, I think.
A lot of stores.
Prop 13.
A lot of stores.
Californians just don't have the choices they should. Okay, we now return you to your regularly scheduled top 10 list. Number 3, Atlanta, Georgia. I feel this
Whoa.
one because I went to Atlanta last year. It strikes me as a city that's too busy being great to care whether it's on a YouTube top 10 list or not.
Wow, okay.
Population density up 17%, and if you go there, you'll wonder if all 17% is along the Beltline. And also, Atlanta, historically a place with a lot of income disparity, but that's improving. Gini
Interesting.
Index down from 0.57 to 0.54 over the 15 years. I've got 2 cities ahead of it on this list, but I think it's a place that will fill you with more.
See, that looks nice. It's a bunch of trees there.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's a different, not just a different angle, but a different location than the one he just showed.
Maybe, yeah.
But anyway, it's a bunch of grass. Like this reminds me more of a European city.
This
like
looks
a bigger,
like, yeah.
it looks more like it.
You can see the train behind too up here.
Yeah, you can see
Passenger
the train. Look how many trees. Like it looks like you can see someone running there.
Yeah.
You can go for a run and you feel like you're in the nature because you actually are kind of.
It looks really nice. It does.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked a bit. Georgia.
Didn't expect it.
Georgia. Georgia.
You love Georgia.
More
Yes, I do.
optimism
Roll Tide,
about
though.
the future of U.S. cities than just about anywhere else. Number 2, a city I feel like I do not
Denver,
talk about
okay.
enough.
Okay.
Denver,
Colorado.
A bit of a similar story to Atlanta. Population density up even more though, 20%. So you get some before and after street views since I haven't been to Denver since I started this channel, which I realize is a massive omission. Also, like Atlanta,
Wow.
one of the minority of U.S. cities where the Gini Index is moving in the right direction,
What?
0.52 down to 0.49. You know, you often hear that new quote-unquote luxury apartments are bringing in high-income people and increasing economic inequality, but it's probably worth thinking a little harder about that whole dynamic, given both Atlanta and Denver are building lots of new housing and seeing
Wow.
the Gini Index go down. And number
Wow.
1, Seattle.
Whoa.
Seattle.
Seattle. Didn't expect that.
Okay.
Seattle's in Washington State, which is like the most northwest possible U.S., except Alaska.
Wow.
But interesting.
Sometimes get
Okay.
accused of being a homer
already
because
like
of
it.
how often
Yeah.
Seattle shows up at number 1 on my lists. But first of all, I haven't lived in Seattle for like 25 years. It isn't my home. And second, you guys, the data is just the data. Like, if you want to make your own list where the criteria are like monster truck rallies per capita or whatever, you're free to start your own YouTube
farmers
channel.
market.
But this is my list, and the big reasons Seattle is number 1. One of America's fastest growing cities, density up over 20% in 15
Wow.
years. And not unrelated, I think, the prevalence of low car living up from 44% to 53% in the same time frame. Even more absurd, the
That's
percentage
crazy.
of people who report access to 0 cars has gone from 8.6% to 13.3%. The only other city I looked at that
Whoa.
has comparable changes on density and low car living is Jersey City, but the increase in Gini Index there is atrocious. Maybe we can get Zoran to annex Hudson County and straighten things out. In the meantime, in Seattle, there's also a new sheriff in town. You guys, I do not regret to inform you
Whoa.
that those
Hold on. That's Seattle?
I guess. It's
Is
much
it?
bigger than I thought it was.
Is that Seattle? Or am
Wow.
I not hearing well?
Sounds like it is, yeah.
Isn't it insane like how are these tall buildings called?
Skyscrapers.
Thank you. Isn't it insane how like it looks completely normal
Yeah.
before the skyscrapers, but then where it's skyscrapers, like you're so small when you're walking. That's why it's hard to even leave like enough trees and stuff in between.
Because no trees can get
But
sunlight.
it goes from like this to like this, and you're still here.
Yeah.
But everything is just so tall. And I can't imagine. I've never been to a city like that, so I can't imagine like walking on these streets, and everywhere I look, I only can see the sky when I look up. You know what I mean?
Not to the left and right because of these
Yeah,
buildings.
yeah. Like also, if you live in one of those skyscrapers, you don't have any view unless you're like on the top.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can't imagine that at all. For me, that's just like mind blowing. You know what I mean?
It's just
So-
different in Europe.
But it looks nice though. I do like it.
Yeah.
Is that a lake or something?
It looks like Seattle's on the bay or the Atlantic Ocean, yeah. So they
Okay.
have a huge
Yeah.
Piece
Because
of
you
water.
can see how it goes there and
Yeah.
around. That looks nice though. I like it, but I just can't imagine being there. I really can. We need to film a vlog when we go
Yes,
there.
we do. I said the Atlantic Ocean. I meant this Pacific Ocean because it's above California.
Pacific Ocean.
Pacific. So it's on the Pacific Ocean, not Atlantic.
Okay.
But yes, we should do a vlog there.
It looks nice. For me, that's new. So it's always a shocker.
It's nice to see.
Most things that I see is a shocking thing for me, and it's just unusual. Just like probably it would be for Americans when they come to Europe, probably.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, Italy is so small, everything's so tiny.
Yeah, this looks exceptional.
Yeah.
Wait, is there
Those
any,
of us who
any
care
more here?
about livable streets and housing affordability are winning the argument. Now we just have to deliver. Increasingly, we live in a world where if you're in transportation planning,
that might be
you
the
don't
last.
have to guess where people are going, how they're getting there, and what.
All right, we're gonna pause it here. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a very fascinating video. I feel
It
like
was.
I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm a bit shocked by a few places, including Atlanta, Georgia, on the rise.
Didn't expect that one.
Didn't expect it. I mean, Atlanta has I've always known Atlanta to have really nice suburbs and like nice areas around the city, but the city always has a bad rap. So I wonder if this is just the city or is it the Metroplex, his calculations. Well, what do you think, Miss European?
Miss European thinks that she wants to visit all those cities.
Okay.
But I need your opinion to let me know which of these are really good to visit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we can visit all of them, especially not at the same time. But we do wanna go there soon, so we do need to make a list of what to actually. It's hard for me to decide. I can't decide. I literally have no opinion about it. So it's either you and our friends on YouTube.
Yeah. If there's any other cities too.
Oh yeah,
let us
of
know.
course, not just this.
Actually, you just made me think of one city that I would expect to be here would be Raleigh, North Carolina, because Raleigh, North Carolina is from what I know, it's really booming. A lot of growth there, a lot of people moving there. So I'm a bit surprised.
It wasn't mentioned here.
It wasn't mentioned. So yeah, interesting. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so you can see another one just like this. And we hope to see you in the next
video.
Cheers.
How are these tall buildings called?
Skyscrapers.
Thank you.